teach you how to become self-sufficient and even save some coin for your treasure chest. Thanks for joining us, and if you'd like to join the crew, hit that subscription button down below. And if you hit that ship's notification bell, you'll be notified every time a new tip drops. Today, we've got a leaky toilet. Now, we've done other videos on leaky toilets where it's something with the tank or something with the water coming in from the wall. This is leaking underneath the toilet. And as you can see here, we've got some staining, and every time you flush the toilet, water is coming out here. So what this probably indicates is this is a wax ring. And a wax ring is very easy to replace. We're going to show you how to do it. But the first thing we got to do is get as much water out of the toilet as we can. So we're going to turn off the water. As you can see back here, we've got the feed coming in from the wall. So we just turn this off. Now we're going to flush the toilet. Now in this particular tank, we've got that water saver feature in there. So there's a couple of ways we can handle this. What we're going to do is we're first going to take the line off, and it should just be with a hand screw here. Now we've got a bucket under here to catch the water. Now what we can do if we want to, and I think I want to, is I'm going to take this loose, and it's going to allow the rest of the water to come out into our bucket. Because we're going to have to turn the toilet over on its, not all the way on its side. Okay, so we've got as much water out of here as we can, and I went ahead and hooked the valve back up so it'll make it easy when we start up again. Just hook the feeder hose back on here. All right, so now it's time to take the toilet up. Now we've got two bolts that are holding it into the floor, and hopefully you'll have wing nuts. That's what we've got here. So what we do is we just take these wing nuts. We'll show you how these are attached in a minute.
Okay. Go ready, Papa. Hello, Daddy.
Now one trick with these is you have to keep some up force on it, meaning put your fingers underneath the wing nut or the bolt and apply up force on it, because otherwise the bolt is going to spin. You'll see why in a minute. All right, well, take these, and I'm just going to set them in the top here. Now, since this does have caulking, it might take a little bit of rocking to get this loose. Doesn't take much. All right, so now we're going to lift the toilet straight up and move it over to the side.
Look at much water. There it is.
All right, as we turn it onto a side, first we want to get the old caulking off. So we just take I'm going to take a putty knife. And in a second we'll turn it over on the other side. But now what we want to do is we want to get underneath here and get all of the old wax off of the drain hole. So we can use the putty knife.
Honestly, there's not much at all. Like a rag might be more.
Okay.
Like
So
there's hardly any.
Get a rag or a paper towel. You just want to get it as clean as possible. You just want to make sure the new wax ring is going to form a good
Look
seal
at
on there. All right, so now we're going to get the, we're going to clean off the old wax ring. We're also going to get the caulking off. So, just want to take, even if you have tile like here, you can just, you don't have to use a whole lot of force. Alright, so now we're going to get this old wax ring off of here. Now you want to be careful because you see there's a flange here. And this flange is what is holding the bolts. And you don't want to pull up that flange accidentally. So we just get the putty knife under here. Find the rubber that is on the bottom of the wax ring. Lift it up and put it in the trash. Now try not to drop too much of the wax down the drain because you're going to have issues if you have any other goop down there. Alright. You can see here's our bolt and it's laying over sideways. Alright, so you can get this at any hardware store. They come in thick and extra thick and super thick and really thin. I just will get whatever's on sale. I want it to be either regular or thick. So you just take it out and it comes in a cute little piece of plastic here. Take it off. Try not to deform it too much. Now, you want this part to go down in the drain. So we're going to take it and we're just going to set it and kind of push it into place. Let it settle where it wants to. And now I'm going to just take a little pinch over here to get this bolt to stand up. Now, the reason that I want to get this bolt to stand up is this is the trickiest part, is when you set this back down on top, probably want to have a flashlight on the floor underneath so you can see the bolts, because you don't want to set the toilet down and have it push the bolts over. And this could take you a couple of times, so don't worry about that. It's just trial and error. So here we go. Okay, so now I'm just going to lift the toilet straight up. Walk it over here. Now this is the fun part.
You're good on the left.
All right, so I got the bolts. I want to get it straight. Now, you want to rock it back and forth. You can use your weight. So we rock it back and forth. Now it's not moving, so it's set. Now you want to get it set. One of the reasons that wax rings will fail is if it's not set properly, it'll create a little crease or it won't seal. And especially if you ever get a backup through your sewer, there's any weak spots in there, it's gonna go right through that wax. So once we got it on here, we feel pretty good about it. Now we're gonna put the thumb screws back on. All right, so now let's hook the water back up. Before we do any caulking, we're gonna make sure that we got the wax ring in there correct. Wax rings don't cost a whole lot, so if you really mess up on the first one, you can go get another one. It's still going to be cheaper than having somebody come out and do it.
Here we go. Moment of truth.
Moment of truth. We flush. We have no water coming out. All right, so we're pretty much done. Since we have tile, it really doesn't matter what kind of flooring you have. If you want to caulk it, it gives it a great seal. It also will keep the toilet from moving, when you're sitting on it. Then you let it cure. This stuff takes about 2 hours, and then you're good to go. So thanks for joining us here on the Pirate Handyman. We hope you enjoy it. Hope you get something out of it. And if you dig what we're doing, join the crew. It's free. Just hit that subscription button down below. And if you hit that ship's notification bell, you'll be notified every time a new tip drops. Here's to smooth sailing.